Camo Dave news from The Guardian. The Guardian. Bubonic plague in chipmunks forces closure of Lake Tahoe sites. Lake Tahoe. Bubonic plague, if you do some historical research, was nasty way back when, especially there in Europe. But it is still around. It's still around, but it is very rare in human beings. According to the Forest Service, what is called bubonic plague can be spread by squirrels, chipmunks, and other rodents, especially by fleas. Specifically, fleas come in contact with the infected animals and go on to bite humans. As frightening as it sounds, reports The Guardian, plague in rodents at higher elevations is apparently not that rare. The U.S. Forest Service says the spread to humans is easily preventable with a few precautions. Bubonic plague is naturally occurring in the Sierra Nevada mountains, says a specific public affairs specialist for the Lake Tahoe Basin Management Unit. They closed the facilities just as a precaution in the Lake Tahoe area there. Anyway, keep your pets at home, keep them on a leash, keep them away from rodent burrows. Visitors should also stay away from chipmunks and squirrels and report any that are acting strange or lethargic. So they are spread by fleas. They say that plague in humans is extremely rare in the area. But however, last year a walker in the South Lake Tahoe region did test positive, becoming the first case in 5 years. If caught in time, plague in humans is actually very treatable. Symptoms to watch for include sudden fever and chills, headache, and muscle aches. So it is treatable, but if you're out there in the Lake Tahoe area and you maybe have some flea bites on you and you get a sudden fever, go to the doctor right away and get checked out. It's rare that humans get it, but the Forest Service has closed off several areas in the Lake Tahoe area just as a precaution and to keep away from the chipmunks and squirrels. Hey, we hear from Marie. Marie is Camp Her Marie. She was here a couple weeks ago. We did a live stream with her. She was hanging out in Morganton. She was looking for a job in the North Carolina mountains doing some, camping. There's some camping sites up there and you can get some camping jobs there, and apparently it didn't come through. So she headed west, and we now hear that she's in beautiful Mesa, Arizona. That's very close to the Camo Dave new West Coast studio, Mesa, Arizona. It's very close to where the new Camo Dave West Coast studio is. Stay tuned later this year. But anyway, she is now in Mesa, Arizona, and she said she's hanging out with some friends, and she's going to be checking out her new camping job pretty soon. So we're talking about Arizona. Okay, we were all wondering. She posted a video where she posted a communique on YouTube saying she was hinting that she was in Oklahoma a while back, and then BF, bum, you know what, Nevada or New Mexico, and now it's Arizona. So how much further west is she going to head? We'll keep you updated. Not a lot to talk about here this morning. Rosie O'Kelly is back in Vegas. Man, she needs to. I don't know. I enjoyed her trip down to Mexico because she does the same places over and over again. Hobo Shoestring is Hobo Day in a nutshell. Line Screw 1, Danger and Trouble in Jasper National Park up there in Canada. What? Heard that from Camp Her Marie there when she was driving across New Mexico. There's lots of elk around. And elk up there in Jasper National Park in Canada. And you got to watch out for the elk. That's the danger. That's the danger there. Danger! Danger, Will Robinson! Danger, Andy Line Screw! He's going to say, beware of the liberals. Liberals are all over the park! We got Lone Star Rider continuing his trip up to Sturgis. Now, there's a lot of people heading to Sturgis. We saw that on the news the other night. The big gathering, the big annual gathering up there of all the motorcycle people and all the people that love them are all up there. And again, with the Delta variant around, we hope everything is okay with everybody. But last year, everybody seemed to be okay, I guess. There were some reports that there's some viruses stuff up there last year, but we didn't hear about anything too terrible. I don't know, man. I think being outside He helps a lot. I don't know. Who knows? Leave her wild there. She's saying goodbye to her bus and moving into Schooliana, hanging out with her friend there. We got an update from Off-Grid Backcountry Adventures about doggy Sierra and her diagnosis there. We hope Sierra's okay. Boondock Charlie made it on Camo Dave's show, and he's back in Ohio. That's right. We cover everybody here on the Camo Dave channel. Yeah, I did cover Boondock Charlie there in Ohio. He was having some smoke coming out of the back of his vehicle, and the coolant busted and went all over the ground, and he luckily was near a one of those, wasn't an O'Reilly's, something like that, you know, and got the parts and fixed everything up. So good for him. Not Dave 2D. I was gonna say no, wrong Dave. Dave's RV Life is up at Schoolypalooza, not Schoolypalooza, the Schooly UP, Schooly Up Michigan. They're up in Michigan, Gold City, whatever you call it. It's up in the central part of the Upper Peninsula. No Dave 2D, although Dave 2D is up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan somewhere at a secret location bunker, $26,000 bunker. But Dave's RV Life drove up in Pennsylvania the other day with Bella, the Wonder Dog, and they are up at the Schooly UP in Michigan, and there's some nice shots of him and Bella, and of course Moo Moo with the John and Aja, their pandemonium. Got a lot of people up there. We also got Full Tiny House, Stina and Dave. No, Dana and Steve. I'm getting everything mixed up today. Dana and Steve. Hey, we got a new one from Bald and Bankrupt there. Ukraine's most dangerous hoods. Ukraine's most dangerous hoods. Butterfly Gypsy, fantastic vent fans are a total game changer. She is busy. Anyway, we got Paul Barger there. He's got continuing problems with his bread truck. SCREWED, major repair needed. Again, that's drama. We saw a live stream from Steve Wallace there up in Canada, Beer in the Park summer live stream with a lot of people throwing him a few bucks. So that gets cool. That's very cool. Nomadic Dramatic, Derek there posts a video finally of him meeting up with Story Chasing Amber. That was actually from more than a month ago because she posted it on her video there, and then so you can see how far dated his videos are, at least a month. And we did get to see in Amber's video the shots of his brand new Vanna White. What is that called? Is he calling it Vanna White? Anyway, the new van, the Class B van that Derek has bought. But we got to see it a month ago, way before Derek revealed it in his video there, so I don't know. I didn't watch the entire latest Cheap RV Living Bob video live stream, but he does talk about how they're going to be planning to have the RTR in 2022. Okay, now I guess it's going to be pretty much like the last couple years where you go camping wherever you want to on the BLM land, whatever, do your dispersed camping, but he will be having his seminars and stuff like that as usual in person. So far so good. You know, we don't know where things are going to be in January, but so that is all upcoming. And last year, or this past year, in January 2021, Bob had all the seminars and stuff. They were held at online only, so cyber-wise. But their plans are for everything to get back in person in 2022. So we'll keep you updated. Hey, let's do a few letters here this morning. Timothy Painter, the former radio guy from Colorado. Lots of nomads who own real estate. It's a great combination. In my case, renting out the homestead provides travel funds. Oh, okay, there's an idea. You know, you can make some money buy some land and then rent it out and make a little money on it. Oh, yeah. We were talking about happiness among nomads. We see so many nomads that don't appear to be terribly happy. Homesteader Lane says, even happiness is temporary. It's an emotion. I think people are miserable chasing it. Being at peace with who you are and content with what you have is a daily practice. So true, Lane, so very true. Gone with the Kale says, Unstoppable Morgan is the greatest mama in the world. She is going through a storm, but she will win over that wave. She got the house for her babies. She did rent a house in Memphis, okay? We were, it looks like, yeah, somebody said a 1-year lease, rented a house. She got a house for the babies because that's her dogs, because there's a dog park they love nearby, and her 2 little ones are unwell, and a vet told her that her dog is allergic to the city. Yeah, we can't be, Anyway, she is stressed, Morgan is stressed because they are her world, but she will be okay once the babies are better, and they will get better. Yeah. Again, Morgan and that lady, was her name Dawn? I forget. The lady that they were cleaning out the house. Now, she's renting this house, but it was pretty messy and dirty, and they were using a lot of household chemicals and scrubbing things and stuff like that. Could just be an allergy to that. You breathe in some of that, you get that on the dogs get that on them, and then they get all itchy and get sores. I would bet that that's probably a likely cause of it. The other thing that is possible is, the other thing that is possible is it could be lawn chemicals. Morgan, to me, watching her video, I just thought she seemed to like more rural places. Why didn't she get a place in eastern Tennessee that's kind of up in the mountains and away from cities? She doesn't seem to me to be like a city girl. We actually got a letter from Unstoppable Morgan here. It's a rental I'm not ready to buy. Okay. All right. But I don't know what the deal is when you sign a rental agreement. Do you have like a period of time you can still back out of it? Say you rent an apartment and you realize the first week you're there, it's not what you thought it was. I don't know what are the consumer rules on renting an apartment. It's like, do you have like a 30-day period or a 2-day period or a whatever day period to back out of the lease? Or is once you sign that lease and handed over your check for the, when security deposit in the first month's rent, are you now committed to that lease for the full year? I don't know. Let me know about that. Can you get out of if you suddenly find the house is a dump after you've signed the lease for the rent, or the apartment or whatever, can you get out of it? Roadside Camper says houses are too much work. Morgan will probably get tired of it fast. Fixing water heaters, swapping toilets, doing yard work, refurbishing floors, painting walls, trimming trees, putting in retaining walls, picking fruits, dealing with clogged sewer lines. I'm going to go live in my van. And then Road Trip says, not to mention sweeping the garage, putting out the garbage cans every week, addressing that persistent leaky faucet, proactively spraying insecticide, vacuuming, dusting, mending the hole in the screen, caulking, buffing hardwood floors, painting, etc. You know what? Owning a place, or even, it is a lot of work. or renting a place can be a lot of work. A sticks and bricks house, whether you rent or own, can be a lot of work. However, if you rent, it would be less work because, you can always call the landlord and have them come and fix it, Tupelo Honey says if the house rental doesn't work, Morgan has the option to give it up. She is a Taurus and has many great personality aspects. She deserves this house to have a sense of stability. Why is everyone upset that she got the place? Time for more positivity, less negativity. Again, I am not upset that she got a place. I think she could have picked a place somewhere. I don't know. Watching her videos, it just seems like she likes being out in nature. You could probably get a very good deal on a nice rental house or a purchase house somewhere in eastern Tennessee, up in the mountains, on a beautiful plot of land somewhere, and, not a far drive from a town where you have all the conveniences and stuff. I don't know. You could probably do that pretty easily in eastern Tennessee. It just seems to me that would be more of a Tennessee hideaway a place, and let the dogs out, run down to the lake and run around the property. If, you're in Memphis, you're in a city, you've got a backyard and traffics, and it's a city, it's urban. I don't know. I'm not saying she shouldn't have bought a house in the city or in the suburbs, but for me, I would have thought Morgan would be better out in the country. Asmod says, when we moved from Michigan to Virginia, our golden retriever had a lot of skin issues. The vet suggested it could be something in the soil or fleas. Fleas! Maybe it's fleas in there. I don't know. Having air conditioning did seem to help. Back in the 60s, they didn't have good flea treatment like we have now. Check out fleas. That could be it. Fleas could be it. You know, dogs can get very itchy from flea bites. Hey everybody, that ought to do it for the 6th of August 2021. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, every Saturday we have Saturdays, 2 live streams, one at 9:30 a.m. and one at 7 p.m. Thank you so much. And the 7 p.m. one is our call-in show. Have a great one. We'll talk to you later, vlog.